anniversaries and new hires, some promotions and movements, and a special guest today. So let's go ahead and get started. First up with anniversaries. Actually, let me back up. First up, let's welcome our honored guests that we have with us today. How many of our drivers are in the house? Raise your hand. Thank you, Jeff Robinson. There's a couple here. Thankfully, they're out there working for us, moving freight. So thank you guys. For all of you guys out watching us today, thank you for everything you do. All right, let's get going with anniversaries. We've got a big one with 25 years. Where's Mr. Bryce Peters? Come on down. All right, next up is Angie Buchanan with 23 years. Let's make a little noise for Esther at KCO. Where are you? Oh, here she comes. I love this. Come on, Esther. There we go. 18 years.
Congratulations, sister.
That is the best intro I think I've seen. All right, other departments, we gotta step it up, right? All right, next up, Tony Smith with 15 years. Where you at, Tony? Let's make some noise for Bruce Watts. Bruce is at home today, but let's make some noise for 13 years. Next up is Jillian Stinnett, or otherwise known as Junebug. 10 years. Frank Fryboy with 9 years. Where you at, Frank? Come on down. All right, Stacy Timmerman with 8 years. Come on down, Stacy. All right, where's Kara Flynn? Where are you? She is booking freight, right? 4 years for Kara. All right, Lee Stewart, 4 years. Come on down. And 4 years back, by the way. Shelley Moffitt, come on down. 4 years. All right, next up is Jeff Sutterfield, who is down in orientation, but he surprised me. Come on down, Jeff. 4 years. Where's Dustin Mullinax with 3 years? All right, where's Erin Herring with 3 years? She's bringing a guest to the party today.
Congratulations.
Do any time, by the way. All right, Holly Stout, come on down. 3 years. Let's make a little noise for Sarah Easton with 3 years. The dreaded walk. The dreaded walk.
Oh.
All right, Judd Jameson. See if he made it down. He may be in orientation. Judd. Next up is Jeff Millex with 2 years. Outside repair. He's working the weekend shift for us. All right, Brooke Lewis with 1 year behind the camera. Come on down. All right, let's make some noise for Valley with 1 year. We also have Bruce Lamont with 1 year. That's back. 1 year back. Come on down, Bruce.
Hey, buddy. Good to have you back.
All right, where's Kevin at? Kevin Lemoyne, come on down. 1 year. You seen? Oh, and he's on vacation, by the way. I do not know how to pronounce his last name, and since he's here, I wasn't able to ask him. But 1 year for Yusine. Let's give it up. All right, let's move to our outside terminals, and if you guys will hold your applause, we'll get through these and we'll make some noise for him. First up is Jesus Garza with 12 years, our senior account manager in Conexus. JC Ventura with 5 years, service technician in Laredo. We also have Ivan Mora with 3 years, our forklift driver in Laredo. Cesar Ramirez with 1 year in log and safety technology coordinator, and that's 1 year back. We also have Alejandro Lazardi with 1 year in inside sales in Mexico. Let's make some noise for our outside terminal. All right, we do have a bunch of birthdays up there to celebrate this month. So you guys will all be entered into a prize, and a drawing will come out of that. So happy birthday to each of you. All right, we do have several new hires. So if you'll let me get this through the list, and then we'll make some applause for these guys and some noise. If you are here, new hires, would you please raise your hand for us so we can say hello to you? So first up is Dean Garabin, Sales and Logistics Trainee Conexus. Where are you at? Excellent. We've got Candace Murphy, Recruiting Associate, right over here. Jacob Renner, Customer Success Intern. Jacob, is he around? Okay. We also have Anil Castaneda, our Mechanic Intern. We have Abby Clayton, Pre-Qualifying Agent Recruiting. So let's make some noise for this page. We also have Kayla Marsh joining us with an extended coverage. Is she here at all, or is she working? Okay. We've got Keonta Smith, Territory Account Manager. Rosemary Vermeulen, Business Development. Abram DeVito, Service Technician. And Cameron Harold, Road Training Intern. Let's make some noise for this group of folks. Welcome. If you guys see them around, make sure you give them a hello, high five, and welcome them to the party. We also have some promotions and movements around the office, so let's give it up for Wesley Bissett, Team West Manager, who I think is on vacation this week. We have Josh Foster, Truck Management Specialist. Josh, there he is in the back. We have Matthew McClanky, Service Technician. We also have Alex Bourgeois. Yes! Got it. All right, outside repair. Let's make some noise for these folks. All right. Next up, we've got Brett. Brett with some wellness updates for us. Brett?
I just have a couple of things, and as always, I'll talk about eye care at least one more time. The deadline for our eye care screenings, the eye care PHA screenings, is this Saturday. So if you've been putting it off, prepare for a long line on Friday when we have our on-site event out here. We're having an on-site event from 7 to 11, just right outside of Fuel. Schedule your assessment for that if you're going to be doing it. Don't just walk up, because you may be waiting for an hour, hour and a half, honestly, to get it done. We have, I think, 85 people or 90 people scheduled right now, so it's going to be a very busy event. So definitely schedule. I've been sending emails out for months about how to schedule that, so please get that scheduled to can make it a little bit easier on everybody else. If you were hired July 3rd or prior, this all is important to get done. If you're hired July 4th or after, you don't necessarily have to worry about it. So, but definitely get that screening done. Very, very important. So, and the next thing is we put this together just for something to kind of reward employees who are using the gym or using their outside gyms and take care of themselves. As a motivator, we're giving away a T-shirt for employees who can meet certain criteria for health. We've had several people come in and pass this little test I've got put together. It's a little gym rat competition. So if you're a gym person, you want to see if you can try it, try it. If you're not quite there, come in and get the InBody test done and see where you're at for body fat. We've had a lot of employees in various departments losing a lot of weight around here. So I won't mention names, but there has been some pretty cool stuff going on. So that's kind of what this program is meant to do. It's meant to reward those employees. If you're not quite there, it's something you can kind of work toward and set a goal for, and I can definitely help you with that. So that's out there. I'll push another email out pretty soon on that. So thank you.
Brent? All right, next we have a special guest with us today, Rebecca Jimenez. Come on down. Jimenez, is that right? Thank you. Rebecca is with Reading Partners, and as a lot of you know, and some of our new people may not know, we have partnered with Reading Partners for about 3 years now, and we've decided to continue that relationship. So we're going to be asking you guys for volunteers again, and Rebecca is going to tell us a little bit more about that, and she has a table in the back if you want to sign up now and have specific questions. But I'm going to turn it over to Rebecca.
Great, thank you so much for having me here today. So, Rebecca Jimenez, the Community Engagement Manager of Recruitment for Reading Partners. And I want to tell you a little bit about why Reading Partners even exist, to help you understand why I'm actually here asking for volunteers. So the first thing that you can see up here on the screen is we know students are 4 times more likely to graduate from high school if they are reading proficiently. Nationwide, only 34% of students are reading proficiently by the 3rd and 4th grade. Here in Tulsa, actually just got the new number yesterday. It's actually 20% of students reading proficiently here in Tulsa. So even though we went up by 3 percentage points from last year, 20%, I don't know about you guys, but that, even just saying that, it makes my heart kind of, ugh. Anybody else? Am I the only one here? Okay. So 20% is a really terrible percentage point of only 20% reading proficiently. That means that's our next generation, our next workforce, our next leaders of Tulsa. Only 20% of them are reading proficiently. So I'm not going to just drop this bomb on you, like this terrible statistic, and leave it at that. No, I'm going to give you a specific student to think about. So you can forget my name, you can forget that I came here today, but I want you to remember Natalia. Natalia was the first student that I got to work with at Reading Partners just over 3 years ago. When I first met her, she was so shy, she was so timid. She literally walked into the reading center with her little hands up like this, on her little tippy toes, walked in like a mouse. Like, she did not want to disturb the air around her. She was so content to be invisible in life. So she was not the student who was brave enough in class to say, "Teacher, I need your help," or "Teacher, can you repeat that?" So she was really getting left behind. So when I got to work with her, she was really difficult to try to get to talk and whatever. So I was like, all right, this is going to take some work. And then one day she said, "Miss Rebecca, why is your last name Jimenez?" If you're not aware, Jimenez is an extremely Hispanic last name, and clearly I'm not very Hispanic looking, right? It's okay, I'm very aware. So I got to tell her, well, in college I met this guy and fell in love, and he's from Colombia, and I got to marry him and take his last name. Her eyes got real big, like, "Oh, Colombia." I'm like, "Yeah, what do you know about Colombia?" She's like, "Oh, they speak Spanish there." I'm like, "Yeah." So it opened the door for us to talk about how her family is from Mexico, and at home, they only speak Spanish at home. And so I got to tell her about how my in-laws only speak Spanish. So one time I told them that there was ice cream crossing the road, and she thought that was hilarious, like Miss Rebecca saying something so ridiculous. So that kind of helped open the door to for Natalia to realize it's okay. Even adults, when they're learning something new, they try and they fail. Sometimes they look really silly. And it really helped her to understand that it's okay. She started to feel comfortable with me enough to be able to put herself out there to try something, to fail, to grow, and get better from week to week. And so now, Natalia is on the good side of the statistic, where she's reading proficiently, all because somebody was willing to come in for at least an hour a week and make that connection with her and help her gain those reading skills that she needed. So the good news is that 92% of the kindergarten through second grade students we served last year are reading proficiently, or they're on track to read proficiently by the end of third grade. So you can be rest assured that if you decide to give an hour of your week with reading partners, your time really is making a difference. You can be that person for a student just like Natalia and to help them get to that reading proficiency. And all we ask is at least 1 hour a week, sometime between Monday through Thursday, during the school hours. That's roughly the 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock window. And we have full-time support in each reading center so that you can be confident that you've got somebody there to help you every step of the way. You're not going to be left alone like, what do I do with my kiddo? Or how do I teach this concept? Don't worry, we've got support for you to walk you through every step of the way. We also have a really easy to follow curriculum. So how many of you remember the concept of the silent E? Yeah, I'm not seeing any hands. That's okay. The silent E, that's a concept that students have to learn. And most of us don't remember how to do that because we're not supposed to. That's the whole point. But our curriculum helps, even if you don't remember these concepts, it'll tell you exactly how to talk to your students. So you don't have to worry about floundering or like, I don't know what to do. We've got support for you. So I'm going to be in the back over here after this wraps up. So please come talk to me, learn more about what we're doing. Melton specifically supports Kerr Elementary, which is just a stone's throw away from here. So it's a great place to come during your lunchtime or on your way to work, whenever works best for you. We'd be so honored to have you. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Rebecca. We started this, I believe 3 years ago. Who's been involved with Reading Partners? Who's taught? Yeah, isn't that cool? Thank you for doing that. I was stunned when I learned this fact that if kids aren't reading at the grade level by the third grade, they're just going to have difficulties. Won't graduate from high school, obviously not college. They won't make much money. It's bad for our community, the country, and everything else. So to me, this is a real obvious pursuit for us to support. And so I really ask you to dig deep into your time and everything else. I think you'll be stunned at how heartwarming it is to sit with these little kids. And it's K through 2, I believe. And the Kerr School is highly Hispanic. So these kids go home and everyone speaks Spanish at home. There are probably no English books around, and that type of thing. So Melton's contribution to this is, of course, we continue to pay your salary while you're there. And I just ask you to talk to some of the people that have done it. And I went and sat, I think, with Matt, and sat through a session. And these little tykes are just cute as can be. And so, anyway, please consider it seriously. Company update. How's business, Mary? Right now. Okay, right now it's pretty good. So we'll take that. It's been kind of a ho-hum year. Not a bad year, but nothing like last year. They've had to dig much harder to find the freight, our salespeople, and the operations group. A little tougher for Conexus also, but that's the way business is. There's always cycles to it. And anyway, I think we're doing good. So thank you for being here. Let's go back and move some freight.